above politics
Who
and violence.
would you say that politicians are responsible for what happened? And why what happened in Ayodhya and Faizabad district in Uttar Pradesh, the worst impact of that was felt in Mumbai, India's commercial capital, more than 1,000 kilometers away, where over weeks and weeks people got massacred.
You see, we very well know some people for their personal gains lead the masses towards destruction. It has been happening since so many years. It will go on happening. That is Kali Yuga. It is a part of this Yuga. It's going to happen. Let us now at this point of time, what has happened, forget about that and educate those who have to come now so that these events are not repeated. Let us understand ourselves first.
Are we still going through Kali Yuga?
We will be going for another couple of 100 years more through Kali Yuga before the changes will start to happen.
By that time, my great-grandchildren would have been dead and gone.
Maybe you also born at that time.
Maybe I'll be reborn.
I think you will.
Tell me something. A lot of people argue, you may believe that Lord Rama existed. I don't. But if we believe that, if you believe in rebirth, many people argue that this breeds a kind of fatalism. There was a Sanskrit couplet which says, "My best respects to poverty, the master who has set me free. For I can look at all the world and no one looks at me." I could argue that this is a highly regressive thought. Why should a person who's poor, who's underprivileged, not strive for a better life? Why should he or she be resigned to his or her fate? Why should you treat poverty as a form of freedom from slavery or bondage? You could argue that this kind of ideas or these kinds of ideologies have kept people meek and fatalistic, and that's one reason why people in India have accepted so much exploitation and so much violence and not protested against it.
When we talk about Lord Rama, we are living on a planet Earth and we are bound by gravity whether we believe it or we don't. So believing something or not believing is a different question. If gravity is there, we are living on Earth, it's there. One part. Second part is, in today's world, in today's date, India is the destination. You go anywhere, all the major multinationals are all running towards India. Everybody is coming toward India to invest. All the people who had gone out of this country are all looking for homes back in this country.
Why?
That is the power of India. That is the power of the Guru.
1 minute.
That is the power of this land. That is why it is happening. Nowadays, nobody wants to go to the West. People who have traveled, they all want to come back.
Okay, good.
Why? Tell me.
The sun rises in the east
and sets in the West.
All right, good idea.
That is the fact of a yoga guru and a businessman. That's the difference.
Okay, now the issue is that if indeed the whole world is looking at India all over again after many centuries, would you believe that this has become big business for all people who will say they practice yoga? They become billionaires. You see them on television, no? Teaching you how to get rid of everything. Your headache if your finger is cut, if your bowels are not moving smoothly, if you're not able to breathe properly. It's there. Watch television, you have a quote-unquote guru who will tell you how to get rid of all your problems in life.
That actually is not a guru. It's a clever businessman.
I said quote-unquote, unquote.
It's a clever businessman who's found out a new way of making money and he's doing it. Whether he's selling a soap or he's selling a specific art of remaining healthy, people are buying. The question is buying has to be stopped. And the buying will only be stopped once it is not advertised. Let's stop advertising these kind of products. The buying will automatically stop.
These products are being advertised on television channels because there are buyers. Whether you like them or not. And in a democracy, how do you stop somebody from advertising their product?
You see, as per economics, so little I know, the demand has to be created all the time unless it's an essential good. You have to create a demand for an innovative good.
You didn't know you need an electric back scratcher until somebody sold it to you.
Maybe even the air conditioner.
I know. You can sell an air conditioner to Eskimo also.
That is what is modern innovation now. No? So it is the ambit of business which has to be got away from yoga.
Do you find it do you find it that it's almost inevitable that all these businessmen, these big shot professionals on these multinational corporations, they're all turning to yoga because their life is so stressful. They're too busy making too much money. They're too busy exploiting too many people that they end up going to, I'm not saying you, so-called yoga practitioners and say, hello, how do I de-stress myself?
You see, what I know is Madonna first went to aerobics, then came to the banks of the Ganges, and now is practicing Kabbalah. Well, I don't know what next. We are just trying to ape the Westerner. We are trying to ape the Westerner. We are not going to a yoga guru, because you must understand,
But Yogi Ashwini,
these yoga guru are coming to you.
The Beatles
You are not
came.
going to them.
It's been a long time. It's been, I think, if I'm not mistaken, about 40 years ago, the Beatles came to Rishikesh. There was Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's ashram there.
And
So
took, him,
it's not
and took him with them.
No, it's not the first time that the Westerners have been attracted
A
to.
yoga guru never goes anywhere. People come to yoga guru. Even the most powerful person in the world, if he has to learn or she has to learn from me, they come to me. I don't go to anybody, not because of any question of an ego, because it's me. The knowledge, the gyan cannot take a step down. It has to flow, and you have to come to it. Then only it will flow into you. If you want to buy it, I'm sorry, you cannot buy it.